fourth industrial revolution is upon us. And I think if we're going to talk about digital transformation, we should first talk about the fourth industrial revolution, because it really explains a lot of this phenomena that we observe as changing organizations. The word disruptive, et cetera, kind of all comes from this concept. And it really is a revolution that observes the phenomena of the fusion of technologies, the technologies that are physical, digital, and biological. And they're combining with human behavior, and it's really changing nearly everything around us. If I can give you a couple of, key language ideas you can take with you, this would be one of them. Combinatorial. What makes this revolution so fascinating and so hard to predict is its size, its velocity, and its reach. Altogether, it's really unlike anything we've experienced before, a near-perfect storm of science and technology-enabled meta-shifts is how I think about it, that are coming together to redraw not only commerce, culture, and society, but our biology, even our ethics. Complicating the change is the idea that digital's pace is exponential, so combinatorial and exponential if I can. Not only does technology combine and amplify each other, data fuels IoT, which accelerates AI and deep learning, which propels robotics, and so on. But the exponential nature causes change to occur at a tremendous pace, with technology progressing following Moore's law and out of sync with linear time. It's the pairing of these two ideas, exponential and combinatorial, that cause the tremendous, incredible disruption that we're experiencing. So when people say disruption, that's really what they're trying to describe. For institutions and organizations, this disruption is hitting at the core of their business strategies, at the viability and relevance of their business models, which we'll talk about in just a moment, risking lack of growth or market share erosion without an appropriate strategic response. At this time of fantastical scientific and technological progress and disruption, humans and technology are starting to converge. I think this is really our agenda from a talent management perspective. Now, more than ever before, technology shapes our behaviors, and our behaviors shape the use of technology. It's at this nexus that we find the human-machine relationship redefining, and it's changing work as we know it. The basic direction is already in motion. Anything that can be digitalized or automated will be, and it will happen much faster than you may think. These innovations have a way of moving as tipping points, starting a bit slow and then gaining traction very quickly. They almost seem sudden. Think about solar and wind energy, autonomous vehicles, good example, global cryptocurrency and blockchain, all here to stay, with most of their significant disruptive impact still well ahead of us, but they're moving very quickly now. Importantly, though, anything that can't be digitalized, or perhaps better said as anything that shouldn't be, will be incredibly valuable in the future state. This is essentially our work at LDS, to anticipate the impact of digital on people and to help build the strategies and experiences that enable people to be successful in the future state. Here, too, we find the growing concern on digital ethics. How much automation is too much? When does technology stop fulfilling its purpose of working for people? More specifically, and recently, you see it all over the press, who owns what data? Who benefits? And who decides? Where's the Digital Ethics Council? As the fourth industrial revolution matures, the digital discussion is rightfully shifting. I think it really calls HR people here to participate as it moves from a value-neutral technologies as tools transformation to a human-centric discussion. We're beginning to see the critical short and long-term issues, the awesome opportunities, and the concerning risks that are all in play. Well beyond technology, we're learning this is about the evolution of new business models, the design and value of human work, and the impact of all of those on society and public policy. Digital transformation refers to the use of digital technologies to change the shape of business. It should be one of the reasons we're all here. While digital is often seen through its front-end offerings to consumers and customers and partners, the impact to organizations is complex and it's often not apparent. It's hard to see that transformation inside the enterprise doesn't move the same way that it moves in the consumer marketplace. Nonetheless, businesses are being redefined into digitally centric structures optimized for growth in the new digital economy. Digital transformation is really business transformation. Business strategy faces new options, new markets, new customers, new sources of competitive advantage. New business models emerge with new sources of revenue and changes in value creation. At LDS, we focus on enabling the new operating models. If I can leave you with a good thought, its change occurs at the operating model level, where new organizational capabilities and behaviors are needed to thrive and survive in this new market, and new fundamental redesign of work must occur. Disruptive technology capabilities sit at the bottom of this stack, not the top, the bottom of this stack, and enable new work design, initially social, mobile, analytics, cloud, and now going forward, robotics, AI, machine learning, blockchain, et cetera, et cetera. These new market configurations shift from traditional closed value chains, goods-dominated sequential structures, to service-dominant structures that enable service providers to create new value for themselves and to get something out of it in return, such as a fee or information. You might be familiar with business platforms. Can I ask people who are familiar with that term, new digital business platforms? This is a type of business model, a new type of, it's not the only digital business model, but it's one. Business platforms are a good example of a new digitally driven value paradigm. They leverage digital technology to provide connectivity, components, and tools to platform players. Digital platforms adopt sophisticated, dynamic business and operating models and have the opportunity to monetize the platform transaction, data, and information. These digital businesses exist in a platform ecosystem. You've probably heard that term. In an increasingly connected world, these ecosystems can be readily expanded at much greater scale and geographic scope and in real time.